Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, hello, welcome. This is Essential Patience and I Am Patience. And in today's video, we are actually making chicken. I was supposed to make chicken. I was like, why not film it? Why not show people how I make my baked chicken? So I typically bake chicken rather than fry it or any other form of cooking it because it's easy. You can get it done relatively quickly. I washed it yesterday. I do wash my chicken. I know some people don't. And I open it up as well. So there is an opening in the front. I'll show you as I season it. I'm going to use this marinade that I made. This has onions, ginger, and garlic in it. And then I'm going to use some paprika, adobo, a little bit of cayenne, and salt. I did salt the top a little bit yesterday when I washed it with some lemon. I'm going to also use some olive oil on the skin. I used to use butter. Honestly, I feel like olive oil is the best. I have been liking just a normal chicken that is not baked with too much. There are some recipes that I do where I add carrots, jalapenos, onions, a whole bunch of other vegetables on top. I do one of those other ones another time. This is how I just make a simple chicken, nothing too complicated. So let's get started on this. As you can see, I did leave it to dry. I like this way of doing it because as the salt is on top, the water is just coming out of the meat. So when you bake it, it's not just gonna be a whole bunch of water in the pan. And I'm gonna bake it in this pan. This is a cast iron pan. You can use it to cook on top of the stove. You can put it in the oven. And I like how it's multi-purpose. I am preheating the oven for, I think, 415. So I'm gonna start baking it high and I'm gonna turn it down to about 375, 45 minutes into baking the chicken. So let's get started with the marinade. I like to freeze my marinade, so I took it out. Hopefully it's thawed. Yeah, it's thawed a little bit. Let me grab a glove. When you are dealing with chicken, you want to be extremely careful, mostly because of salmonella and other bacteria that you don't want from uncooked meat. I do like to keep a few paper towels here just in case. And all I'm going to first do is take out the chicken so you can see it. So it's opened right around here, and it just allows me to go in and season it deeper rather than just the surface level. I'm going to take the old paper towel out. It has been drying out now for over 12 hours. I'm just going to pat it dry a little bit more. Now open it up, dry it on the inside, and let me bring it a little closer here. You can see what I'm doing. As you can see, look. It is an open chicken, and I just like to bake it this way versus a whole chicken that is closed up. I just think the seasoning goes in more and the overall flavor is better. With my ham, guys, gonna be clean. I probably should have opened this before I started, but hey. Now this is gonna be a hard part. So for my salt, I'm supposed to grind it out, but honestly, if I shake it, more comes out. I don't want to go back, but you can just shake it in there. I just want to get some on the skin. I don't like to overly salt my food, but nobody's ever complained and be like, hey, this needs salt. But if they do, I don't mind. I'm not one of those people like, no, you can't add anything to my food. You can put it whatever you want to make it as delicious as you want it. And I don't want to overdo it as well because the adobo definitely has salt in it. So I'm going to go in with that next. And I have gotten the habit of not overly spicing my food because you want to enjoy it. You want to taste the natural flavor of the meat, the chicken, and you just don't want it covered in a bunch of spice. But I'm never going to be that salt and pepper girl, okay? It has to have a little something extra. And that's why the marinades, I really think, add more of that natural flavor. So instead of adding just ginger powder, I grind the ginger. Instead of onion powder, some onions that is grind. Paprika. Okay. As well. So just add your favorite seasoning. And this chicken is definitely going to be very cost effective as you eat during the week. I bought 2 of these for less than $20 at Sam's Club. If I was gonna buy a whole chicken at a restaurant, it's definitely gonna cost more. And plus the way that I'm making it, it's gonna be so much more healthy. Look at this, it's looking good already. So good. A little bit of cayenne. Marinade has ginger, garlic, onions, and some habanero peppers. Because of that, I'm only putting a teeny bit of it on here, just a tiny bit for that flavor. Maybe a little bit more inside. And I like spicy food. Okay, so for these little pockets here and there, I'm going to really take advantage of them to stuff. I'm talking about these little pockets here and there. I'm gonna take advantage of them to really stuff it with the marinade. And I will be making the marinades sometime in the future, just a recipe. It's just an easy way of pre-making things that will make your cooking process so much easier. And I like to freeze them or put them in the fridge so that when I'm about to make chicken, I don't have to go through that grinding process, peeling an onion, peeling ginger, peeling garlic. I can just skip to the good part. And they do last a long time in the freezer as well, but I made this like last month. It's not been in there for that long. For the inside, I'm really going to dump some in there. And I tend not to add any other dried spices to these things because I just don't want to have to remember what I put in there. So instead, I will just stick to the vegetables. You can also label it. I just already tend to know. And the top, I'm going to do the same. Just put some in there. Make sure you get the legs, the thighs, and a little bit more. And I use this marinade for sauces. I use it for meat that I'm cooking, that I just want some ginger, garlic, onions, and a little spice in there. And make sure you get the wings. And then I like to tuck in the wings so that it doesn't burn or dry out. So just tuck it in. And the bird is ready. The marinade made it so easy, and just prepping it. I'm going to just take off my glove right now, wash my hands. I do cook this covered. I'm just gonna clean around here a little bit. I don't want it to burn. So any excess spice, you just wanna make sure you get rid of it here. Also make sure to take out the trash the same day that you do all of this. I try to do it anytime I deal with meat. But I'm just gonna cover this and put this in the oven. And it's going to be at 415 for about 45 minutes, and I'm going to lower it to 375, and it's gonna be in there for another 45 minutes. I'm going to bake it uncovered a little bit at the end just to brown it. By the time it finishes, the sun will probably be down, but I'll still try to come back and film the outro. It might just be different lighting because the sun will have gone down, but that's fine. So let's just put it in there. The most important thing is that after, you want to clean your surface. You want to disinfect it. Use some Lysol. I like to do multiple levels of cleaning. So I'm going to put all of my stuff away. I'm just going to put some Lysol on here. Let it sit while I wipe down everything and put everything away. But I probably shouldn't have sprayed with this thing open. And even though I didn't touch it with my other one, you know, things fly around. So just always make sure that, especially if you did touch it, it's cleaned, it's white, and you put it away. This is the first one. Okay. I am slightly germophobic, so for me, whenever I'm dealing with anything, but especially meat, I am super, super careful. And just the last thing is a Lysol wipe. And so you can be sure that there's no salmonella here. Maybe I go a little overboard, but you never know. Rather safe than sorry. Get the sides as well. And that's it, you all. I will see you in about an hour and a half when I take this out of the oven. I will check up on it, probably show you some update videos. See you there. So this is the chicken right now. It has been in the oven for, I think, just over an hour. Probably went longer than I did before I turned down the temperature. But it's gonna go back in for another 30 minutes on 375. Then I'm gonna take the cover off and then bake it for 5 minutes uncovered. Look at this chicken. It looks so nice, so juicy. I'm just gonna put it in for about 5 minutes uncovered and it will be done. Look at it. Looks so good. It is ready, you all. It is so juicy, not burned. It is perfect. I am back. It is time for dinner. I just wanted to end this video by showing you the chicken as well as getting a piece for myself. Let's see. Look at that. Let me get my dinner. So for dinner, I am having a salad, and this will be my protein on the side. So I'm gonna take a piece. I think I want the leg. Look at this. I wish I knew a way of bringing the camera up close without getting closer. Let me know, you know, still learning. Anyway, this is so good. So good. I'm telling you, this is a tried and true recipe. If you've never baked a whole chicken in your life, or you struggle to find the perfect recipe, this one will not fail you. So I'm just gonna eat this with my salad, and it goes with everything. I mean, it's chicken, right? So I'm just gonna eat it with my cucumber salad, which I also have a recipe for on my channel. Absolutely perfect combo. I eat a cucumber salad very often. It's so good when I bake a chicken because when I go to work, I can take a piece of chicken packet as well as my cucumber salad jars, and that's an easy lunch. You don't have to think about it, and there's no overly meal prep. It's enough to last you several meals, as well as get some dinner out of this as well. Anyway, you all, thank you all for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And try this recipe. Let me know what you think about it in the near future. Maybe it'll take a little while because I still have a list of things I want to do. I will be doing a video just on the marinades and how I'm able to essentially make prepping easier, right? So if your marinades, once you have other things that you can use to make cooking easier, it just becomes not a chore, it's more enjoyable. I'll be having that video up in the future, but I already kind of told you what's in this marinade. I'll just show you the whole process in that video. Let me know how your chicken turned out. I'm gonna give you the breakdown of how much this chicken cost me to make at the end of the video, so you'll see the end cards. This is under $12 versus going to the restaurant to go get it. And so it's simple, you can easily make it, and it's gonna last you several meals. So make sure to come back this Friday. On my channel, I'll be posting a non-food related video, as I do, and come back next Tuesday where I'll have my next recipe up. Thank you all again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! The gravy itself, it's also really good. Not too spicy. You definitely get the hints of habanero.